To put it simply, this is unbelievable. The identification of a hitherto unknown pattern in Shiba Inu portends a major development leading up to the 1 cent mark. This finding revolutionizes the field. The indications are being dropped by the analysts. Roughly 100 trillion Shiba Inus are currently migrating, and they aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Hey, what's going on right now? What am I even talking about at the moment, if I may be so daring? Absolutely, I'll be happy to explain it. Here at Wealthy Coins, we are pleased to provide you with Shiba every day. If you are interested in Shiba and want to learn more, you have come to the right place. Subscribe if you want to know what's happening in the cryptocurrency market and get the most up-to-date news predictions. Click the like button to get more shib news. The Shiba Inu cryptocurrency might undergo a radical transformation as a result of a newly announced major advancement. An expert has revealed a hidden pattern that has been growing for some time. This is something that only a small number of people with keen eyes have seen, but it could mean big things are about to happen for Shiba Inu. Actually, that's quite an achievement all by itself. Excuse me, but I need to attend to something of far more importance right now. A surprising amount of controversy has recently surrounded billions of Shiba Inu coins. That kind of motion is not haphazard. Perhaps it is the quiet before the storm, but that storm need not be bad. The whales appear to be getting ready for a big event, which is typical of an optimistic individual. Furthermore, when forces of this magnitude start to whirl, something explosive is usually not far behind, according to past events. You might be wondering at this point whether the chart has really shown anything. An analyst provided some intriguing details and delved into some depth. Right now, the Shiba Inu isn't doing much of anything other than hanging out in a little area. Although a small decline has occurred, nobody need be worried just yet. In fact, it has been holding above the crucial support zone for some time now. Having said that, things really begin to heat up now. Shiba Inu is currently situated just below an important level. If it were to break past that level, analysts would call it a bullseye breakout. A surge of power could ensue, and it could even pave the way for a sprint to the next significant technological milestone. Also, there's no better time than now, since the meme coin craze is starting to pick up steam again. So, don't be fooled, even though it looks serene and tranquil at first glance. Unexpected rallies like these begin in this type of environment, especially when hidden patterns are being revealed and billions of dollars are at stake. At this point, everyone is wondering if Shiba Inu can climb a bit further. Furthermore, it may be the catalyst that sets off the domino effect if it materializes. It might be the start of something big. In fact, it's possible that we won't have to wait much longer before we witness a significant development. An expert has recently uncovered a hidden pattern in the Shiba Inu chart. Something really monumental may be about to happen if this continues. Everything will function in this manner. While Shiba Inus aren't actively hurting the company's chances of success, they are subtly setting a trend that could mean a retreat. Imagine taking a deep breath just before you start jogging. That's more like it. The event known as a golden cross is starting to show signs in the chart. Not only that, but traders who pay attention to technical patterns would say this is one of the best indicators a trader can get. One significant trend line is seeing its value rise gradually, and it is about to break through a trend line that has been there for a longer time. This crossing will definitely be noticed, especially if it happens on the hourly chart. What this means for traders is that the trend may be shifting, and the bulls may be preparing to make a move. The Shiba Inu's strength has been steadily increasing over the past few days. Now that it has recovered from a prior support level, the volume of trades is increasing, and it is positioned just below a crucial breakout zone. Another momentum indicator, the Relative Strength Index (RSI), has also risen to a level close to the optimal range, which is typically the point at which bulls start to feel more confident. This is a really encouraging sign. Although this arrangement may appear bullish in the short term, it is crucial to maintain a grounded perspective. On a more generalized daily chart, Shiba Inu has been stuck in a downturn that it hasn't been able to overcome. As a result, even if there are some very hopeful signs, this rebound could be short-lived unless there is significant buying pressure that pushes the stock price well past the upper resistance level. However, if traders rush to these golden cross setups before the public, they are likely to cause substantial rallies and, occasionally, even short squeezes. No matter how fleeting the rallies and squeezes may be, this remains true. This might be a perfect opportunity for those who want to profit on a quick breakout or a big decline towards the next resistance levels. Things are getting hot, but it's not a full-fledged bull run just yet. A Shiba Inu with a positive pattern that leans towards momentum and is cross-forming could be getting ready for an exciting move. On top of that, I have something else that will drive you absolutely bonkers. There has been a lot of uproar over the recent release of new on-chain data. According to Into the Block, there are currently around 100 trillion Shiba Inu coins that are on the money. This means that these tokens were bought at a lower price and are now sitting in a profit. It is not a trivial matter. Now that the market has turned green again, we're talking about Shiba Inus, which are worth more over $1 billion. Yeah, that's huge. This recovery should not be underestimated. Shiba Inu's value dropped below the 100 trillion profitable level last week, coinciding with the market's massive sell-off in cryptocurrencies. Withdrawal had started in Wales. Large holders' substantial inflows had started to decline sharply, making dealers nervous. There was a sense that things were beginning to settle down, but that is rapidly changing. The fact that Shiba Inu has returned to the top and turned this massive amount of coins into profit again raises the prospect of a silent accumulation happening again. By the way, how does this type of arrangement work? It is unusual for investors to be looking forward to something more substantial happening soon. I don't know what it could be. If things keep going this way, more whales come back into the market and the buying pressure keeps going up. It's not completely out of the question that Shiba Inu could finally have a chance to transform that 1-cent dream into a reality. Some hope can be found in this kind of data. Despite the fact that it has yet to arrive, this tells us that many owners are now having a shot at success. Furthermore, subsequent rallies may be much more strong if the excitement keeps growing. Pay attention, the market has been shocked by nasty currencies before. To add to that, Shiba Inu is and always has been one of the rare cryptocurrencies with a sizable and engaged user base. And it ignores the fact that its ecosystem is seeing a great deal of development. Since over 100 trillion tokens are currently being moved, the graphs are starting to show a positive trend, and whales are getting active. It is safe to conclude that the path to 1 cent is now being constructed. Is the likelihood of its occurrence guaranteed? This is still just a theory that might alter soon. But soon enough, the signs will start to match up. And if this tendency keeps going, that seemingly impossible objective might not be that far away after all. This is just one more example of how the 1 cent goal is nothing more than a pipe dream. The distinctive build of the Shiba Inu sets it apart from other dog breeds. It is quite clear. The people responsible for creating the Shiba Inu are also pointing this out. A recent tweet from the Shiba Inu gang made their intentions very clear. There has never been a cryptocurrency like this one, a meme token that had a brief burst of popularity before vanishing into thin air. It is inarguable that Shiba Inu utterly transformed the game. No glitzy tech demos, venture capital, or big-name investors were necessary for Shiba Inu to succeed. Rather, relied only on the solidarity of its members, which meant it didn't follow the standard procedure for launching and developing a cryptocurrency project. This was a movement that started at the local level. A flurry of new holders were drawn in after the community banded together, rallied on social media, and stoked interest. None of this would have been possible with the conventional cryptocurrency strategy. Not only is this kind of tremendous energy rarely seen, but the story